What's up, guys? Today we'll be going over how to be a better keyboard and mouse player. As you know, I've only been on keyboard and mouse for 3 weeks, but I'm already significantly better than when I was on controller. Was it a struggle to get here? Yes, man. At first, I was terrible. I couldn't build. I didn't know my keybinds. Heck, I couldn't even place a floor on a ramp like that. I just didn't know. It just was hard for me. But let's go over some tips and tricks to help you almost seem like you instantly improve. Tip number 1 would be, for me, keybinds, man. Make sure your keybinds are comfortable for you. Don't fall into the trap of like, oh my god, Muzz or Higgs or Peterbot, man. They're rocking with these settings, these keybinds. Don't do that, because at the end of the day, you want what's comfortable for you. If it's comfortable for you, you're going to be able to learn a lot faster than if you do something that's uncomfortable and you're forcing yourself to do it. So my keybinds are a little weird. I have Q for the floor, E for my ramp, my side mouse button for my stairs, my other side mouse button for my wall, and I have R for edit, which some people say it's weird. I don't know. I also have scroll wheel down for my shotgun, scroll wheel, you click your scroll wheel in for your pickaxe, and F for my SMG. I know a lot of people like to use V and C for builds and G and F, or F and E for edit. But at the end of the day, man, it all comes down to preference. Do what works for you. Pick the sensitivity that works for you, and just make sure it's comfortable for you. If it's comfortable for you, then at the end of the day, you're going to be able to improve so much more than if you just go and copy some pros and force yourself to use them because you think that's going to make you better. It's not. It's going to hurt you. Tip number 2 is, for me, when I first started, I struggled really bad at building. I mean, I don't know if I mentioned it, but I couldn't build worth, like, nothing. I couldn't. So I'm going to throw a practice map on screen right now, which I'm not affiliated with them or anything, by the way. This is just the practice map that I use that really helped. Like, it helped me a lot. Like, I really got to go back to the basics and really learn everything and learn my keybinds so much. In this map, it's basically just like a series of things that's gonna help you build, like stuff to learn. Like I said, for me, it was a struggle, and I've been playing this game since 2017. Ever since it came out, I was playing on controller, and I'm already significantly better now than I ever was on controller. I'd also like to say that I pretty much knew all the mechanics because I was on controller, and I did play for 7 years, so I basically knew them all. But since you're already going to be in that map, you might as well go back to your basics, man. Learn how to retard, learn how to waterfall, heck, even learn how to box up again. For me, I couldn't even box up before. It was really hard for me. So learning these things will make you a significantly better keyboard and mouse player almost instantly. There's no reason not to do it. Another big thing in Fortnite is aim, man. And that brings us into tip number 3. Practice, practice, practice your aim. Okay, your aim is super important. And whether you play on keyboard and mouse or you play on controller, you should do this anyways. And whether you play on PC or console, there are plenty of ways to aim train. There's literally creative maps dedicated to training your aim in Fortnite. There's also, if you're on PC, go to Kovacs, go to Aim Labs, literally anything. They have Fortnite tabs and Aim Labs specifically for this game to help you improve it. There's no excuse for you not to be training your aim. Literally no excuse. 20 minutes a day, and it'll be night and day difference within almost even a week, man. And you don't have to just do 10 to 20 minutes a day. You can do as much as you want. Just be sure you're taking breaks, because training too much can harm you more than it can hurt you. Some of my best times of improvement is when I've stepped away from Fortnite and took a little breather and came back. My mental was refreshed and everything just felt so much better, man. Let's move on to tip number 4. Make sure that you're VOD reviewing, dude. Go to your settings, go to the game tab, go down to replays. Make sure your record replays are on, man. If they're on, you're golden. Every time you play a game of Battle Royale, Reload, even creative maps, creative fills, Zone Wars, whatever, make sure whenever you're done, when you find some time, go back and review the footage, man. It takes no time at all, and it can be such a big help. You can see the things you're doing wrong. Like, for example, if you're in a fight and you're boxed up, and you do this and you get pooped on, you know what you did wrong. You took a 50-50. If someone was in this box, you took a 50-50 and they just won. Why do that when you can just take a good peek like that and minimize the damage that you may take? Or something like this, so they really can't see you, but you can see them. Or even just a right-hand peek, where you have peeker's advantage. You know what I'm saying? So just VOD review, figure out what you did wrong, and make it a mental note that next time that you play, you're gonna try your best if you get in that situation not to make that same mistake, man. It takes, again, 20-30 minutes a day, and it's something that can make you so much better, and most people just sleep on it. Let's get into tip number 5. Play creative maps, okay? Play creative maps, play rank. Play these 1v1 build fights. Play zone wars. Play realistics, man. Go into ranked reload. Ranked reload is so good for learning and improving. If you're not very good or you're just starting out on keyboard and mouse, hop into reload. Play as aggressive as you can and be as confident as you can. And keep that mentality and just go key everybody. It's reload. You got 2 live. You're not playing for money. You can only learn. Same thing with zone wars, realistics, creative. It puts you face to face with an opponent almost instantly. There's no downtime. There's no waiting. There's no looting. It's going to get you straight into action so you can learn how to become so much of a better fighter, man. Again, 10 to 20 minutes a week. If you do this, or 10 to 20 minutes a day, if you do this 10 to 20 minutes a day, promise you, within a week, you'll be seeing results so good that you won't even recognize yourself anymore. Tip number 6, man. Also, a little bonus tip. A little bonus tip. If you do play ranked, if you make it to Unreal and the competition just doesn't feel good, don't play ranked anymore because you're going to be playing against people who are 9 times out of 10 not as good as you. I would recommend going to Discord, finding a scrim server, and joining scrims. Anyways, tip number 6, your mentality, man. You have to keep a level head. You have to want to improve. If you don't want to improve, this video is not for you, man. Like, if you're just a casual player and you're just looking for some tips and some tricks, sure, this video may help, but this next tip is not for you, okay? When I say your mentality, you got to keep a clear head. You got to stay focused up. When you're playing the game, you can't just put your brain on autopilot and do stuff. You got to make sure you're fully conscious of what you're doing, and you want to really lock into it. What I mean by really lock into it is, like, for example, right now I'm free building, but I'm trying to force myself to be aware of what I'm doing and incorporate new moves in, so I'm not just doing the same mindless free build. If I'm doing that, I'm gonna get better. Otherwise, free building is not gonna help you because you're just doing the same thing over and over and over again. Same with fights. If you're on autopilot, you're not thinking about it. You're not thinking about, how can I take a better peek? How many materials do I have? Is my gun reloaded? If you're not self-aware, if you're not thinking about where that opponent is, if you're not thinking about the ammo in your gun, your materials, then odds are you're not gonna improve. If you start thinking about this stuff, I promise you, in no time at all, you're going to notice you're becoming such a better player. And it's really going to help you if you want to get into the competitive scene when you start realizing this. One of my biggest flaws is I'm a solo player. I don't really have no friends. I haven't been in a Discord. Nobody really helps me. I can't do any tournaments because, again, I'm a solo player. I don't have a duo, so I can't really play in tournaments. I'm not top 1,000, so I can't do the scrims that are really gonna help you improve. And it's just, you know, a whole bunch of stuff. Not that I'm trying to make an excuse or anything, because I do play a lot of creative, and I try to play Phil and get into lobbies with people who are so much better than me that it almost feels pointless when I'm playing. Because as long as you're getting into games with people who are significantly better than you, you're always going to be improving. For tip number 7, I would say don't play against your friends. I'm not saying never play with your friends. I'm not saying never chill out and vibe and enjoy the game. I'm not saying none of that. Just do not constantly play with your friends to the point where you're just killing them all the time, because you're playing them so much that you're going to have it like ingrained in your memory what they do. Like, let's say my start to a 1v1 is embarrassing. Let's say my start is embarrassing. All right, let's say my start to 1v1 is like this, okay? And let's say my friend knows that. He knows how I play. He's gonna come up, he's gonna put a wall here, he's gonna turn, he's gonna go up there, he's gonna cut me off because I do that every time. He knows that's what I'm gonna do. So he's gonna learn patterns from me, and you're gonna learn patterns from your friend, man. You don't want to be playing with the same people over and over. You want some different competition that's really gonna force you to learn and improve and have a little ingenuity to get better at the game. 9 out of 10 times, you're gonna want to play with people who are better than you. If you're not getting did so bad that you want to quit playing, then you're not gonna ever learn, and that's just the cold reality of it. You can learn, but you're not gonna learn as fast as the people who really take what I'm saying seriously and put it into practice. Like I said, I've only been on keyboard for 3 weeks, man, and at the beginning, this is what I looked like. Aw, man. can kind of do triple edits now. Like I said, though, it's my, yeah, it's my third day. You know, nothing too crazy. But, yeah, I know. It's bad and embarrassing. This is what I'm moving like now. Maybe for you guys, that's not a huge improvement, but for me, that's a massive improvement from where I was at day one, and it's only been 3 weeks. And for a week of that time, I wasn't even playing Fortnite. I was in California. So, you know, you see that I've improved at an all right rate. Sure, I'm no Peterbot, I'm no Clicks, I'm no pro player, and I don't really have all that many subscribers, but I'd still like to give out what I've learned just on my journey, and hopefully it can help some people out, man. If you want a bonus tip from me, it's make sure that you have the right equipment. That would be my bonus tip for you guys. If you want to know what I have, I'll throw it up on screen right now. It was a budget because I don't make a lot of money, honestly. I bought the computer and I paid my bills and I didn't really have enough money left to buy a keyboard and mouse. I was using the one that came with my computer and it wasn't all that good, but it worked, but I wanted something better. And so I went out and I picked up the G305 Lightspeed, man. It's a $30 mouse, and I heard it was one of the best mouse for gaming on a budget. It's wireless, it doesn't get in my way, and I have a pretty small setup, so, you know, it does me justice. For the keyboard, I went on Amazon, and I just found a cheap little keyboard, man. I picked up the Red Dragon K17 Fizz and the pink and white colorway edition. Now, I didn't get the Hall Effect version. Now, I didn't get the Hall Effect version, and that's because I just genuinely didn't know that there was a Hall Effect version, man. I gotta be honest. I had no clue because I didn't do my research. But for being a $40 keyboard and a $40 mouse, this is pretty good. If you're balling on a little more of a budget than me, though, I'll throw up on screen now what I recommend. It's not top end, but it's also not low end either. It's not where I'm at, but it's not gonna be, you know, you're dropping $600-700 on a keyboard and mouse, because let's be real, nobody wants to do that unless you're probably going pro. Anyways, that's been my tips and tricks for how to improve faster on keyboard and mouse. If you guys did enjoy or you put any of these tips into use, let me know down below, man. Did you get better at Fortnite? Did it help you out? Is there some stuff you didn't know or you didn't think about? Let me know down below, man, and thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. I'll see you guys in the next one.